Hello, hello. Or should I?
Good evening.
Good evening. Oi, oi.
Oh.
Paul, you were a little too fast on that. Thank you for supporting me 23 months.
Maybe we should say hola.
Hola. I'll put hola in the chat. Hola.
We are in Spain after all.
We are in Spain. Yes, we're in a moist Barcelona today.
It does look moist out there. I'm not gonna
Hello
lie.
there.
It is pretty moist. Hello there. Cheergy, cheergy.
Joey, your thoughts on a moist Barcelona?
I love it moist. I hate Barcelona. No, okay, so I don't hate Barcelona. But Kunis does use the like shitty last three corners.
They ruined the whole track.
I prefer it really does, honestly. And I know IRL they no longer use this layout either, but God forbid Kunis would actually update a layout on a track already released. Indie. And so
Zandvoort.
other than that, like I do like
No, not Zandvoort.
Barcelona. I think it's good.
Yeah, Zandvoort.
Barcelona.
Oh yeah.
MotoGP layout is king. I think, yeah, I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
It is the S. It's the Spain without the S for German. It should be a fun one. Yeah, so unfortunately not a huge turnout today. I think the quali for bronze is the same as last week. We have our 3 contenders. Reminder, last week I believe Rick did disconnect halfway through the race. Did he not?
Are you asking us or the chat?
Yes.
Because I can't remember. I've slept since then.
Yeah, he parked it. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, we
Ryan's
probably should. Here we go. We'll get the. Let's get your screen up. Oh no, it's broken. Never mind. Back.
There
So
it is.
yeah, we do have the standings for once, and early on. Looking at the bronze standings for today's race, Matt Melanson. So Matt Melanson is currently still leading the bronze class.
Yeah, 124 points. To his name.
124 points, and Rick does have 2 DNFs and that are already counted out, so
2 drop rounds.
that will be his true drop round set.
And Miller with 100 points still in the mix, and these 3 are the only red badges we have here on track today. So top 3 in the bronze standings all facing off together, so it's up for grabs.
It is up for grabs, and they don't have all that many points in between them. So far, Matt Milson with a very consistent, honestly, P1 and 2 throughout all the rounds, but his 2 drop rounds have already come in as well. So if Rick can also start being up there, finishing the races, and so does Miller, then we still do have a battle for the rest of the season.
Indeed, yeah.
I do hope to see some more red badges on track after our break next week, though.
Hopefully so. Oh, we have a break next week?
I believe
Excellent.
so.
Okay, I'm away for
Yeah,
the
it
next
is,
2 weeks after today.
It is Mother's Day, I believe, next week.
Go kiss your
Gotcha.
mamas. Tell them you love them.
I am heading to Blighty, heading home for 2 weeks next weekend, so I'll only miss 1 race.
I love it.
Jolly good.
Jolly good. Indeed. Let me, actually, I probably should have checked this before, but yes, May 19th, we are back at a Hungering. And it's hot.
My favorite track.
It's hot.
On Iris. I mean, on Aces. Sorry. My true love is always in my head.
Rick and
Yeah,
Matt.
me and Joey were doing some investigating when you were doing the intro, because above the pit lane here at Catalunya on this game, there's a bunch of people standing in the wet with no roof. And we can't work out if it's a mistake or
It is a mistake. I
It
did.
is
I did look
also-
online, and there is awnings that are supposed to be up there. So GG Kunos sucks. iRacing is
Hang on.
greater.
Is
I
it
feel
get
like
goodies.
they used to be there though, and something's happened and they've disappeared.
these
Yeah.
guys?
See?
Yeah, look on the
The
left.
left.
There's
Oh.
no awning.
Oh, why are you guys up here?
Yeah.
That's supposed to be normal, but they're supposed to have an awning. There's no awning.
Very strange.
They're just chilling.
So
In the way.
our three bronze drivers so far, Melanson the bronze leader as we looked at the standings and you saw, currently with a 51-2. Rick not far behind, and then Miller with some work to do.
Ooh. So we have in chat, Strawboy, yes, this is a league we run our Sunday sprint series races. I was about to call it Pint. We used to call it Pint. It is now the GT3 sprint series.
We got professional.
It'll
Well,
always be the pint to us.
It'll always,
It'll
be, the
always be
Pint.
the
It
Pint.
really will.
Like it'll always be Twitter.
Yeah.
You know.
We also
Yeah,
do run
exactly.
our racing stuff, but just in between ourselves and for fun. Some of the boys are doing NWSR soon. That's in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I wanted to do it
Professional
this year, and
baboons, yeah.
I'm kind of bummed that I'm away, to be honest, because
Oh, you're gonna be away.
I am, yeah. I wanted to do.
Milo, this is called terrible planning on your part. It's all your fault.
Technically, you could blame the children because we had to get to New England before they turned
The
2,
youth.
and I have to pay full price for a flight.
Oh,
The youth.
that just sounds like poor planning to me.
Exactly. Yeah.
The Discord link doesn't work.
Ryan, how dare you?
How?
Oh, we need. This is a professional league here.
Discord.io has
That was
stopped
Chris, just
working.
kidding. Yeah.
That is new to me.
Yeah,
Professional
Trevor,
baboons.
you'll
Yep.
see this is an extremely professional setup that we have.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess yeah, it's broken. Discord.gg here. You can use this one.
I think that happens sometimes, you know, and you have, even though you set it to like never go out of date or whatever, it still does.
No, it's not that. Is
Be this hard.
because when we didn't have boost level 3, we had the custom invite link with discord.io. Apparently that stopped working, and that's an outside of Discord thing. But
So
now we
it's your
also
fault,
do
Eric's got
have,
it.
yeah, it's definitely my fault. We do have boost level 3 now, so we do have our custom link directly with Discord, as long as we keep level 3.
The
Drop
bronze
those server
boys-
boosts into the new world Discord. Thank you very much.
I'm not going to beg for server boosts, mate. You guys are here for fun. We're here for fun. It doesn't really matter.
I
Yeah,
see
make prayers, pay for
Barrett
it.
in chat yet there, but not in the lobby. Barrett, what gives? Why aren't you in your car?
You want to see some bagging? Please give us the boosts. Ooh, sliding Melanson there as well.
Oh yeah, that Bentley going for a
Boat ride.
little drift. I expect we're going to see quite a few drifts today.
Yeah, so didn't really talk about the quality here. So Melanson is leading by 3/10, and Rick has already called it there for qualifying. I don't know if it's getting more or less moist on track right
According
now for them.
to the in-game weather, it is continuing heavy rain, so it should be getting wetter.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah, and with only 3 cars on track, this might have just made quali harder for all the next boys that are going to be going out. So
Yeah.
Silvers should be lining up now, and yeah, you can see them on the track map getting ready.
At least it's fully wet, because I know there's a number of drivers that feel the same way, and some people don't care. I like fully wet or fully dry. It's the greasy and the transition that is stressful.
I love those.
Yeah.
I love those.
Yeah. I do too. Obviously now I can actually shit talk ACC rain now that iRacing has it. And it's actually far superior. I do wish that they had like the dynamic dry lines would make those transition races a lot more exciting. But since it's
Yeah.
literally just default, it's
Trans-
makes it a little bland. But yeah, I don't know.
transition
Yeah.
weather separates good drivers
I
from
love
great drivers. Yeah. until you crash.
For sure. And I mean, like we've all been out there in those conditions. I just personal preference. I like a full wet race as well. I do like a good rain race.
I also do love them.
I still have nightmares about being in the Honda in a Bathurst Enduro when it started raining with about 20 minutes to go, and I was in the car on slicks. We made it, but it was frightening to say the least.
Oh.
Alrighty, and so the silver folks have gone on out. Michael Lukey is going to be the first one to cross the line and put out his first hot lap of the session.
Miller does give us a little bit of a slide there. Do we only race on Saturdays? The league events, yes.
Sundays, yeah.
Sundays, we is there going to be a return of Tuesdays? Tuesdays, maybe?
So, yeah,
maybe.
That could happen. That could definitely happen.
If you guys want Tuesdays back, just bug us.
If you want it back, we need you to hold a sign-up trackside during one of our Sunday races.
Yeah.
To let us know. No, I'm just kidding. We can probably make it happen.
Yeah, we used to run Tuesday M2 races and GT4 races. I think the M2s were a bit more popular.
Yeah.
I love those races.
They're always great fun, yeah. And, lots
but
of fun in the booth.
There's always guys that are willing to do endurance races or other communities leagues. So even though we're not running one particularly, if you are interested in running something else or looking for teammates, the boys are always looking for runners.
Yeah.
So.
A lot of the boys just, in general, try hard and practice. Not calling out any names. But yeah, a lot of people are racing. Go ahead.
If you wanted to look at the silver standings, I have them ready to go.
Let us get the silver standings up on track while we watch Lukey doing his lap.
Yeah, speaking of Michael Lukey, currently sitting second in the silver race with 117 points, 3 points off of Robertson, so nice and close there. Lukey had a DNF last week at Laguna. Lots of Porsches had trouble at Laguna last week, actually, so he was not alone by any stretch. And Chemo also 10 points behind Lukey there as well, and Bruno Castaldini not far behind. So
yeah, so Chemo winning after all the penalties did. I believe Chemo also won overall before penalties came in last week. I totally
believe so.
Totally know.
Yeah. Looks like we have a lot of our silvers out there today. I know we're missing some. It looks like Kyle Heslin's missing. I know Carter decided to drive the Goater Sim. He's been getting his license up and getting his practice ready for the Nords 24. So he took this week off.
The better sim.
Yeah.
There, Charlie King not really having a good time there.
So he's been trying to learn how to manhandle that Porsche Cup around Nords this week. So he's taking the week off to get additional practice there. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, it's silver split. Some say best split. I've heard it mentioned.
Best split.
All the way down the list, we've got great drivers here in the silver category, and yeah, it's a pretty close battle at the top. So
yeah, it's looking like today is going to be a pretty close battle. I've seen Mark Robeson doing pretty decent times earlier as well, and Lukey so far right now is actually leading until just now. Castaldini has taken over pole position. Yeah, but Michael Lukey is on track right now to break P1 again for quali.
Yeah, we've got some folks trying to find some time. Ryan Cody's got 7/10 sitting in the bag right now, which would jump him up to.
Yeah, give us a flash, Ryan.
P6.
Give us a flash, Ryan. I know you're watching.
Will Brunner also finding a second. So a lot of times sitting on the tables here for the boys. Rain's always interesting, right? Everyone.
I love it.
It really evens the playing fields. Some cars kind of come alive in the rain. Some become
boats.
RC cars in the rain. So yeah.
I was Just watching our very own PR guy, Ryan Cody there. He's going to better his lap by about 7.5 tenths, takes him to P8. He lost about half a second just at the start of Sector 3. So he's got more time in there, that's for sure.
Yeah, Lukey also had the time, but right as I switched to him when he was coming around the final corner, it looks like he slid and hit the wall. So Castaldini is going to improve on his time, it looks like, so far by 2.5 tenths.
50.3,
Yeah.
yeah.
Stroboy in chat. Unfortunately, we are a PC league.
So you're still welcome to join us and then sit around and we just chill.
Don't mention you're signing into your PSN, whatever you do.
Why? Why?
It's a really it's a really touchy subject right now.
Oh my god.
I love it. I don't know if this actually would support PSN. I've not even thought about it.
There's no crossplay, right?
Yeah.
Is there no crossplay at all?
No,
there's no crossplay at all, unfortunately. Yeah.
That sucks.
I think, isn't there crossplay across the consoles, but not to PC, right?
I think that's correct, yeah.
Why?
I think that's correct.
Oh, I guess, yeah, because they don't get the same updates at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, Kunis is a small indie company. They can't handle it. They can't even handle a Windows update.
No comment. No comment. My only comment is Ryan Cody, Mr. PR guy, is improving quite a bit. We're putting him on screen again so that he looks at us and...
Oh, who summoned Eric Groom? Holy...
Oh, whoa!
We have a legend in the chat, guys.
Reuterman.
Wow, it's very nice.
Legend.
They need to add Le Mans.
Bruno Castaldini's now done a 49.9. So the Merc looking quite comfy out there in the wet.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, it does. And we have Chemo who's improving on his lap just enough right now to break into pole if he can keep it on the final corner. Has lost some time.
He is losing
a lot.
Eric, apparently. False alarm. Get this other Eric
Oh.
It's Trackalicious, Eric.
Oh.
The other Eric. That guy.
The other Eric. Oh, who
God.
did I just click on?
Also a legend, by the way. But just a different kind.
It's not Reuterman.
Yeah.
Eric Groom, it's been a while we've not seen him.
You can't just come in here and be like, I'm the Eric G. We have our own.
Yeah.
You know, you can't just expect
Imagine
to be
walking
like...
into another community and be like, yo, it's Eric G. the one and only.
Yo, I'm the guy. No, we love you.
Alrighty, so good stuff.
I love it.
Professionals.
Very much so.
Say it's Trackalicious, Eric.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's all about the call out. Oh, I was watching Nick Cahoot here in the Lambo. He was up 7 tenths. He's lost a little bit of time through the beginning of Sector 2. And as I'm watching them drive around this track, I'm reminded of how grateful I am I'm not driving, because I don't really like Catalunya. I gotta be honest.
I love it, except for the last 3 corners make me really hate the track.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's, exactly. Like, give us the better layout, and it's way better.
And it's not that I've had bad races here or anything. There's just something about it. It just doesn't light a fire under me for some reason.
Yeah, I give it.
Usually
with
when you get lit on
layout,
fire,
this is like
Milo,
an
you say
easier-
things that you don't want to.
But I think even like with the good setup layout, I would say it's probably like a B+ track to be.
A good
It's not
improvement there
terrible,
for
it's
Nick.
not amazing.
Yeah.
Good improvement
Nick
for
could-
Nick, and that is going to be
Yeah, I was gonna
the
say.
end for him. Mark Robeson, also up 3 tenths, going to move up to P4.
Yeah, so silver leader Mark Robertson, P4 on the grid behind each driver that he's competing with. So look for a spicy silver split race today, I think. That top 4 there are all in contention.
Yeah. We also have Barrett, who just joined and is on a lap, but has invalidated.
Barrett
is
is arriving
only
and driving.
Yeah.
He said so.
I'm proud of you, Barrett. Actually, I should have. Yeah, I don't know if he would have been able to join us this morning for the meet. Who else
So we
is
have,
on track right now? So we have 3. Chemo is also improving on his lap by a 1/10. We have Harbottle right now up 4/10 on his. Just a few corners to go. He's going to be the next driver to cross on a green lap.
As you said, I switched to Chemo, and he went late on the brakes into the hairpin there, and his time jumped to like half a second. Obviously, the exit was compromised with it, but I would dare to say there's some time in there for him. But yeah, this is his last.
So 2.5 tenths is going to move up to P7. I gotta say, man, it's pretty tight for the boys that are going to be moving up soon. Who else? So we have. Oh, I was looking at Harbottle.
Yeah, he's just abandoned.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And then Will Brunner just crossed the line for his final lap. And now we have the pros going right into it.
We have the pros.
Danny Bison leading the way, maybe.
I'm never going to get tired of looking at that.
I do have the gold standings available. If
Yeah, let's look at that while they're doing their first hot lap.
I think my race control has broken.
Your race control has broken. What, are you just looking at 40 minutes for everybody? I think it's normal.
Well, no, they all just crossed the line, so they should be like on valid laps.
So did mine. I think we won't be able to fix that. Oh, crap.
So,
it's broken. It broke.
It is broken.
Danny Bison is leading gold with 124 points. We'll work on our technical difficulties.
Yeah, you know what? While we're looking at this, I'm going to restart my game.
Yeah, so we might do a restart one at a time here.
I'll move it entirely to
Andrew Rados with 122 points, sitting it. It's been a great battle watching them go at it. Mike Jackson on 94, so a little bit behind, but then Zach Heish, Hutch, Don, and Carl all in the mix. And it's pretty exciting. Obviously, some great drivers in here, Joey, and we will see what they get up to today.
Yeah, so between Danny and Andrew Rados, it's just 2 points, and both drivers are in the race today. I'm just looking forward to what they're going to give us in a little bit. Give me 1 second before you guys can also adjust yours.
It's
I just got to restart the game entirely.
Okay,
a very strong.
We're good now. It is working once they cross for their first lap.
Oh, after I close the game and everything.
Yeah, it's all your fault.
Danny has gone in with a 49.2 opening gambit.
I mean, usually when race control messes up, it's a proper mess up.
Yeah. So Danny Bison 49.2, Jose Guzman 49.6, Andrew Rados with a 49.8.
I should probably just swap over to
Don Bellinger only 1/100th off of Rados.
Green light, go, go, go.
Yep, 5 minutes to go in quali, and we have our cams back, so we're good to go, and I can shut down SimGrid.
And the Savage himself, Joby Savage, in the Honda goes into P2 with a 49.5. The Honda loves the wet. I can confirm this when I drove it last season, against my will, of course. In the rain, it felt really well.
That's also a livery.
I would rather drive that car in the wet than in the dry, honestly.
I gotta say, I love Joby's livery. Thank you for that.
I didn't install Joby's. I'm sorry.
Oh, how dare you!
I also don't have. I believe Mr. B has.
Oh, Mr. B has just gotten a new livery. Yes, I've added it today. I think it was submitted last night or this morning.
Yeah, I believe so.
Handmade by Chris Turner himself.
Ooh, Danny is so fast. Yeah. So compromised his lap. earlier. I've seen him slide around, but he's going for a new one. Right behind him, we have Heesh, who's just put in a P3 lap time. 3/10
Yeah,
off
he's
of
for the
Danny.
49.632 for now.
Give me my work.
And-
Here it is.
Carlos Guzman coming around the final corner now. He was up 9/10, hit too much curb even for that Aston. But he's going to gain about 7/10, and that's going to move him up to P12.
Heesh is leeching on that toe, yes. It's not going to be all that much, honestly, that you're going to gain from it in the wet, but even a little bit is always enough. We've seen people take positions by 0.02 of a second before already.
I was watching Jose there just take that Porsche for a nice long drift. Which,
Yeah, so
as I say, I think we're going to see that quite a bit tonight.
Barrett is on track, but he has not put in a valid time in his 2 laps that he's gotten, or his out lap and hot lap that he's managed to put in today.
You know, I wonder how the Ferrari is in the wet at the moment. I'm not so sure it's a strong car in the wet.
Yeah,
the,
Carl does seem to be struggling, but he's just even
Well,
on
yeah, I
his
mean-
lap time. I've seen some green earlier as well, starting this lap.
Yeah, I mean, no Mike Jackson tonight for another comparison as well. Obviously, he's usually up or near the very top of the leaderboard. So,
We do
we
have
only
Don
the
Belanger,
three-
though.
Yeah, we have Don. I was going to say we have, and we have 3 Ferraris total on the grid. So not a large Ferrari contingent tonight. Of the 24 drivers we have, only 3 Ferraris. So, yeah, I just wonder if other people have tried it and decided it wasn't for them, maybe in the wet. I don't know. I remember driving this car, and I usually love wet weather racing. I didn't have a great time in it at Bathurst in the wet,
Yeah.
but yeah, I do wonder. I have to get some feedback from Carl and some of the others on what it's like.
Yeah, so
Don
looking at
is up.
Belanger there,
Yeah,
he is up and not enough to take another position. That looks slidey on the final corner, though, I gotta say. Really
It
slidey.
does, yeah.
Carl does not improve on his lap time. But
Yeah,
he's going to have another
trying
2
to find the
shots.
time. He has it out there. Currently sitting 2/10. He probably got 3, maybe 4/10 in sector 1 alone in total.
Yeah, he's
I'm
just
sure if he doesn't
sector-
do well here, he's gonna blame that he was racing in iRacing this week. That's gonna probably be his excuse. But he's got the
lost
time out there. Hopefully he
some
can find it.
time.
Yeah.
Through the start of Sector 2, he did lose the time that he'd gained, unfortunately. So he's got it all to do again now.
I see one thing that's odd. I see Joby on a red lap, and I saw it right after he crossed the line already. I wonder if the game just told him you took too much curb on the final corner.
I don't know. Well, for me, it's also saying that his lap is a 4:22 right now.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
definitely think something is up.
But also, Unos itself, like if I switch off to him, it says, on the track map, he's blue.
Oh yeah.
So I wonder what is happening there. He is going to get another shot at trying to take over Danny, but Danny is improving on his lap time by 1.5 tenths and is going to extend the lead just a little bit. 4.5 tenths from Joby. We see Joby has he has 6 tenths on his last lap.
Yeah, he's up. He's lost a couple, and he's got the awful chicane to go.
Yeah. Speaking
Lots
of
of time to be lost here.
lots
Or
of time to be lost or won, yeah. Carl Big. Now 2 corners to go. One more. He is up 4 tenths on his lap time. That's going to put him right around the Entrados. If he can keep the speed, and Joby right behind. So Carl move up to P7. Joby's lap was not counted. Oh, it did count.
It did count.
It did
Yeah,
count.
Yeah, it is
190 and almost.
So just needs a 10th
Yeah.
on this final lap here. I think he crossed the line in time, right?
He did
So-
cross the line in time, yes. He doesn't have a checkered
Everyone
flag next
is
to
on
his
their
name.
final laps.
Yeah,
right
Danny.
now.
Danny is already down over half a second, so Danny's probably a write-off for
Yeah,
at this
I'm-
point. Joby also down 3/10 if we believe race control. And yeah, Joby
Yeah,
is
Joby's decided to
pulling
park
off
it.
to the side.
I would.
And the Porsche's getting exposed this week. Holy.
Yeah, I would
And
go
there goes
for
Joby.
your in lap. You do a
Joby,
practice in lap.
Honda.
No, he pulled off to the side.
Yeah, but
Okay.
this is your perfect opportunity to go for an in lap practice, so you don't smash into the wall during the race,
True.
which I'm pretty sure
Practices
Danny's
pit
about to do.
stops.
Rados up 2/10. Lost a little bit of time as I said that. Sorry if I. Oh, he's gaining it back. Maybe. Let's see how he handles this final chicane and the last corner. And it looked good. It looked really good. Oh, he's lost a little bit.
He's gonna move up.
About
He
a
is gonna
tenth.
move up to P3 with this.
Yes, he
Yep.
is.
It's so
good
close
last lap for
between
Rados.
all the others. Don has lost a lot of his time. I saw green earlier, and everybody is now on a red lap.
Yeah.
Everybody is finishing whatever they just have. Carlos Guzman is not going to improve on his lap time and is going to stay in P12, and so will Don in P6. And that is going to be it for quali.
Yeah.
Joby
so
with the surprise.
We have a moist Barcelona race coming up here, and who's going to jinx it? Because something about the community doing well at race starts in the wet. I don't know. Do we want to say that?
Well, way to go,
We've
Carl.
already done it. We've already done it. Guys, do well. Keep it clean. Keep it fun. 24 cars on track today.
Indeed.
Yeah, and I mean from the timetable we have up on screen, a very close P12. That's sector
Wet
1 for
racing.
Joby.
Yeah. Joby, absolute alien.
Alien like like Danny over here.
Yeah, I mean, Danny's not having it all his own way, it looks like, out there. The Porsches, as Joey said, look like they're going to have it not quite as good as they did at Laguna, that's for sure.
Yeah, hopefully Joby doesn't accidentally Honda brake the Danny here on the start.
Rados, who?
But outside of that,
We do have red flags available if they're needed.
they're available for purchase via PayPal.
Oh, are they now?
Oh, we have a
No, they're
we
not.
have a card. There we go. There
I mean, it wouldn't have mattered.
Remember that curbs are slippery. Watch your braking distance.
Yeah, guys, watch your braking distances and curbs are slippery. I don't know why race control says that to me when I'm spectating.
Okay.
I
In
love
the
it.
TV cams, if you look at Danny, the Barcelona lights block
Yep.
the cars. It's kudos.
All you see is
Come on,
teeth.
guys.
I love it.
Come on, guys.
I love it.
Like, that's too funny.
I love it. All right, let's go. Let's get on with it. So 24 cars on track. Milo, will you do us the honor?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
Okay.
All right, yeah, Danny buys them once again. Pole position in the Nissan GTR. And alongside him on row 1, Joby Savage in the Honda. 2 Porsches at 3 and 4. We got Rados and Heish, respectively. We have another Porsche at 5 with Jose Guzman. Don Bilanger and Carl Big in the Ferraris, pairing it up at 6 and 7. Michael Lucchi and Bruno Castaldini at 8 and 9 in the Porsche and AMG. We have Chemo in the Porsche at 10. Mark Robertson also in the AMG at 11. Carlos Guzman in the Aston at 12. Jalen Jenkins in the Porsche at 13. Nick Cahoot in the Lambo at 14. Vince Harbottle in the Ferrari at 15, with Ryan Cody in the AMG at 16. Matt Melanson in the Bentley at 17, with Joseph German in the Beamer at 18. Rick Simile at 19 in the Porsche. Will Brunner in the Lambo at 20. King in the Aston at 21. Moffat in the Porsche at 22. Miller in the Aston at
20
23.
seconds.
And Barrett arriving driving in the Nissan GTR at 24.
And the best one, also the coin is shiny and everything else isn't. I love that.
10 seconds.
Yeah. Yes. That's right.
I just love when you have little shiny details on the livery when
Yeah.
everything else isn't. It's just cool.
Well, what is
Multiple
the
materials.
wet, dry tire bug, Chris?
Wet,
Go
dry
on,
tire bug. So quite a few times, actually, a few drivers have had the issue where they swap over to, or they change their tires and it just puts them on dries. Nice T1 cam.
Oh boy.
I just saw something. I just saw Joey absolutely go to the moon here for reference for everybody else.
The moon.
Um,
The moon. Look at that flat Earth, boys.
Oh.
Look at that flat Earth.
I can't believe. No, I do not support this.
Is that's just zoomed out all the way, is it?
Yeah.
Nice. I didn't know you could do that.
You can, I mean, when we're doing the replays during penalty review, and you scrolled outside of the game for a little bit, and then you go back into the game and you just move the camera just a little bit, it zooms you all the way to the other side of the planet. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. And by love it, I don't. Full field invert season finale. No, what? Good luck, fellas. Yes, good luck to all our drivers. So Danny is going to be taking over the lead for this race, and as our drivers are coming around sector 2, we have T1 cam ready. Oh,
Of
lovely,
course.
lovely angle. Lovely angle. Joby giving us a little bit of a flash. I gotta say, I do love just the rain, the sound of rain.
Yeah. Indeed.
It makes me feel like I want.
Over.
Yeah, this makes me feel like I just want to, get a little hot choco and cozy up.
Yep.
It's not raining outside. It was raining outside this morning, but So all our drivers now starting to make their way through the final corners. Double file, I see some checking up further in the back. They seem to be behaving pretty well, though. I'm hoping to see a good race. Joby and P2 get us something to watch. And
Yeah.
Yep. Getting his toes in between Orados and Danny as they've been battling so much this season.
And we do have a green light, and it is go. As everybody starts to make their way down to turn 1, it is completely side by side, Danny and Joby, Heesh and Rados, and get the.
Danny may just have the edge going into turn 1. He'll have the inside temporarily, but then Joby will get to fight back. As we look behind that, one driver running a bit wide.
That was Ryan Cody that went a little wide. I think he was just trying to avoid because there was a little attempts of 3 wide for some reason out there. So Ryan losing a lot of positions from that.
Other than that, pretty clean through turn 1, guys. Well done. Good job. Just watching Joby's car wiggling around there, man. That Honda, fast but risky. Joey, you drove the Honda most recently out of us 3. Any comment on what it's like in the wet?
Honestly, I'd rather drive it in the wet than the dry. Feels really good.
Really?
That's good.
Yeah, I don't know. It feels really good in the wet. It likes to be in the wet. Yeah, honestly, not too bad. Obviously,
Still
curbs are
capable of-
no-go, but
Gotcha. Still
outside of
capable
that-
of killing you at any moment, I assume.
oh, I mean,
Oh,
it's a
yeah,
Honda,
100%.
right? So,
Yeah.
do you expect anything less?
Yeah, we saw Joby go a little deep into that fast right-hander onto the straight and had a
There
slight
is a
correction that cost him
contact.
some time.
It further in the back, Ryan Cody. I see also who's that? That's sliding off.
Yeah, that was Will Brunner trying to make a move on the inside of Charlie King. Could not get it slowed down enough and hits him on the side and actually rotates himself from that.
Yeah.
I didn't see what happened in Germany. He may have just gone deep, but I saw him rejoining. He lost a couple of spots as well in that BMW. He wasn't excited about this race, so the Beamer obviously not feeling too great out there.
Yeah, this looks like it, and so far a decent enough lead for Danny Bison there, 7/10 from Joby. Everybody kind of single file right now to,
Jose.
right as I switch to Jose, that's late on the
super
brakes,
deep.
and yeah, super deep is gonna have to rejoin, lose a couple positions, and thankfully no
Indeed.
contact from that, but he's now behind
Nice
the
rejoin.
battle for the silver lead. So he's
Yep.
behind Castelldini and Michael Lukey, and he has the pace from what we've seen in quality. So it's
Yeah, Jose has
And he's
dropped down.
side by side with Kimo right now, and Kimo has the inside line. So Chemo pulls ahead of Jose Guzman. Now he's got Mark Robeson immediately behind him. Oh, almost flips Mark's nose off of that Mercedes.
Overall, I mean, yeah, Jose, good rejoin and is now going to steady himself and try to work his way back up the field. Clearly has good pace today.
Yeah.
So
Ryan Cody is in the pits. So I'm
Oh.
assuming he took some damage there and is getting that.
Yeah, we did see
Ryan,
him.
a fan of the early pit stop too, right?
I mean, he
So-
mentioned that he was thinking about going to the pits really early, but I did see him go off track right before the back straight, right when our leaders got up to the hairpin. If I could speak.
He's back underway now in that
So
glorious AMG.
yeah, nice Sunday drive here for Ryan now. If he can just keep a nice solid pace here, he can kind of just drive by himself.
Yeah,
Let everyone battle combined. These tires can definitely hold up for an hour in the wet.
yeah. I just saw
Hopefully it doesn't become
somebody.
too much of a blue flag.
I just saw somebody teleport. And race control is going all nuts. I have no idea what's going on. Is it Carlos Guzman, maybe?
Maybe he's definitely in the same position that he was.
Did somebody alt F4? I don't
Still
see any
showing Carlos at
disconnects.
13. I don't see any disconnects
I
either.
see, yeah, I see everyone. We currently have a battle. Carl Big just went wide, and lost the position to Don Belanger.
Oh, he is so close
There
right now
was
to the back of
contact as
Don.
well.
There was contact
So
between
once
him and Don, yes.
again,
So the two
We
Ferraris and Lukey now in between them as well. So Carl will have to try to
Make his way around.
keep
He
going.
does
And
make his way
get
around.
back around Lukey. That allows Castaldini to have a look at Lukey. And this is the battle for the silver lead. And there's contact between Castaldini, Lukey, and another Porsche as well, Chemo. So all the silver leaders come together. And that will be a reviewed incident on Tuesday night. That's
That
for sure.
will be, and now all the rest of the silver pack is just so much more compact together because of it. Right ahead, Carlos Guzman. No, that is Jalen Jenkins trying to make a move on Mark Robeson. Just enough space into turn 10 there. It's turn 10, right?
Bruno
I do.
Castaldini was
Okay.
the benefactor of that, but I
Yeah.
wonder if he caused it. Can we have a?
Yeah, we have a replay
So I
first
do have
for
the
Carl. Go ahead.
Don- Yep. So
Oh,
I
you
have
have the
Don
Don,
and
okay.
Carl here. So Don chasing down Carl here. A little late on the brakes here. Taps Carl.
Oh,
Sends Carl off. And so that is how Carl loses that position here.
yeah. So
Let
Carl
me
loses the
now pull
position and is now still behind Don Belanger. So not ideal
Where
for
was that
him. He's
incident
going to
on
be.
the silver leaders? That was
Yes.
So the incident was at the first hairpin.
Jose
turn
Guzman now
5.
alongside Castaldini. They're not in the same split, and Castaldini doesn't put much up of a fight up. Jose trying to work his way back up after going super deep into turn 1 a couple of laps ago. So Jose continues his fight back and now has to set off after Carl Big 3.9 seconds up the road.
Yeah,
I
we
have
did.
found it.
Yeah, so this was again a replay of the incident that we've seen. Ooh, our bottle
This was
sends it up
all
the
the
inside of
silver
me.
It was Bruno here, trying to go on the inside, taps Lukey,
Oh,
rotates him, collects Chemo,
and that'll be that.
he runs away.
That will be a Tuesday or Wednesday review. Oh, and the
Thursday.
same thing we just saw now from Michael Lukey on Barrett, but Barrett kept the car pointing straight. Same
We do
corner.
have a battle right now for 3rd and 4th overall
Oh.
in the gold split. Heish and Rados in the Porsche.
Heish and Rados.
Just got around Rados. Pretty
Yes.
deep, takes a little bit of curb. Rados trying to fight back. And Rados gets a nasty run off that curb. That's going to cost him some time.
That is going to cost us some time. I was just with Rados and Joby before we looked at the replay, so I'm not too sure what happened to Rados there. He does have purple lap and an invalid current lap, so something has definitely happened to Rados there for Heach to get by, and this is going to give us a good fight now.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, Joby also, let's shout out to Joby here. New to the gold split this season and is crushing it right now. He's within half a second of Danny Bartelston for the race lead.
Yes,
So I found what happened to Rados here. He just completely misses his braking point into the hairpin and just cannot get that car rotated.
Oh, it's just yeah.
Yep.
It's the wet weather.
And that's how. Yep, and then that's how Heish catches them side by side.
Further down the field, I'm looking here at Joseph German. He's trying to work his way back up after losing some spots. He's behind Rick Simile, who was very close to Melanson at the end of the last lap, but has lost about 1.2 seconds through sector 1. So pushing that Porsche, and
yeah,
looks like that Bentley is.
Jalen and Mark Robeson again side by side through the S's, and they are going to be going so close between the two drivers. They're really fighting, and Jenkins, I've been seeing him trying to pop out and out of the toe and just show his nose a little bit to Mark Robeson since last lap, actually.
And of the silver drivers we highlighted in the qualifying session when we looked at the standings, Jenkins was just outside that top 4. But not by a long way. I mean, if he had a really good race here, he could certainly get himself in the mix.
Yeah, Mark Robeson right now, who is still winning the silver. He's leading the silver standings by 2 points.
And Barrett has said that's enough.
Has Barrett disconnected?
Barrett has left the server.
Oh.
Right now, 10th through 18th are all within a second of each other, more or less. And some a lot closer than others. Moffat and Chemo, 2 good buddies. They're very close together behind Nick Cahoot there as well. So silver, the battle is really spicy right now.
Yeah, so the battle for silver going on. Michael Lukey, who is second in silver right now, is at the bottom of the pack, unfortunately for him. This is probably going to be one of the races that either is a drop round or low points.
So
just try and stay out and get as much as you can.
That Lambo with Chemo all over his mirror. Moffat has Melanson right behind him.
And
Chemo obviously trying to recover after that, getting tangled up in that incident.
And it looks like, that is brave, and almost washes out enough to collect Nick Coe out there. But Nick is going to hang on to the spot for now. As they go to the S's, Chemo's really looking like he's trying to push as much as he can and try and get the spot.
Definitely that Porsche is.
We just lost Don Bélanger.
Yeah, he has disappeared and reconnected already once, and it looks like this one might have been a hard.
That sucks. Yeah, Don did disconnect. I see 2 entries of him disconnecting. So I'm wondering if he had internet issues there. Unfortunately for him, that sucks.
Yeah, that's too bad. You hate to see it.
So we're already down to 23 drivers. We started with 25.
24. We've only lost 1.
We lost 2.
And Barrett joined late.
Barrett.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So right now, Carl back up to P5 after Don's disconnect. Rados is just 0.3 away from Heish, and then for P1, Joby is still within 0.6.
Moffat has gone into the pits. He was right behind Chemo, but decided, you know what, I'm going to pit it in now and get that out of the way.
Yeah, it's probably a smart thing to do when the pack is just all fighting together and losing each other time. If he can come out in clean air. We saw Ryan Cody come out really in clean air, and he's now just driving alone. Leaders are not all that far behind, but he still has a bit of a gap. So it's going to be a few laps before they catch him, and maybe just enough before they have to start pitting in. Yeah, there Ryan just now passed, gained the spot from Don. So Don disconnected in the middle of the back straight last lap around.
Still, go on, Joey.
Did we lose someone else again? Because we're down to 22.
I think that. See, I'm
oh
pretty
yeah,
sure
that was
when I did
probably
the
him.
grid
Yeah.
walk, When
Yeah,
I
it
did
was
the group
24.
log, I'm pretty sure I ended on 24.
Oh, you did end on 24. Okay.
Yeah, Harbottle lost the position now to Jalen Jenkins. Or Jalen going super wide. It looks like he's missed the brakes into the hairpin and has lost some positions. I was trying to switch over to him.
I think race control is just still
race control's like, I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
What I do know is
Rado's got a nice run on the final corner, heading down the main straight here. He's pulling out from the draft of Zach. He takes the inside going into turn 1. Zach backs off and lets Rados have it uncontested. So Rados moves back up to P3. And let's see if he can find some pace to try to catch up to the boys up front.
Yeah, we also do have Michael Lukey, who's going for that inside on Rick Simile. This is not for class position, but Michael is driving angry.
Yeah, Lukey is in recovery mode. Yeah. He had a rough time at Laguna last week as well, so will not be happy that that happened to him earlier in this race. So he's in recovery mode and charging back through the field.
Oh, slidey German right behind Rick there as well. He's not looking safe in that BMW either. And a shout out to Joby again with a purple lap of the race right now with a 149.1. That is 0.2 quicker than Danny Bison.
Yeah, unreal.
Joby
absolutely cooking out there in the Honda.
And he dropped behind a little bit on the last lap, 0.2, and he's right within that 1 second gap. One more time, unfortunately, no DRS for him. Maybe we'll give him DRS next time.
Still Chemo and Nick Cahoon. 11th and 12th right now, battling for 4th in silver, I should say. And yeah, this battle's been going a little while, so.
Yeah, I think I've spoken a little bit too quick. Danny Bison has taken back purple lap of the race with a 149.067.
Oh, wow.
That is just half a tenth faster than Joby's. Exactly.
Yeah. Instant response from Danny then.
Yeah. No Mikey. Push. So everybody now kind of spreading out just a little bit. With that initial incident, Castaldini might be receiving a penalty. So Mark Robeson might have P1 up for grabs in silver if the grid order stands to be the same. And that German now trying to make a move on Rick Simile. So German not really happy with that BMW, it looks like, in Barcelona in the rain.
Rick gives him a lot of room, and that Beamer gets a little loose again. It doesn't look very stable, as you say. And that's I feel like that's unusual, because the Beamer's always been, oh my word, and German again drifting around turn 3. He's going to run
I don't know how he does
wide.
it. Joseph German's BMW setups, I want to call him to question.
Yeah.
He is the first man I've ever seen. And it's consistently like this. He is the only man that can drift a BMW and not make it look stable. So I don't know what he's doing over there. I don't know if he went to the Nick Alvarado school of baboon clicks, but he's got something going on over there.
German is playing autocross. Maybe.
Chemo losing a handful of positions here. There was contact between Chemo and Nick Cooper.
Jalen got through again, so Jenkins got back through that group.
His BMW was loose last week, yes, Dave.
It was, yeah. We need to talk to Joseph about his setups, because I wonder. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously, some people have their own driving style. Who knows? But typically, I think I've done at least 2 seasons in that BMW, and it was always just so stable. So.
Yeah.
Physics might have played into it.
Yeah,
we do have a replay?
I do. So
All
this
right,
is going to be Chemo going in on Nick, trying to make a very ambitious move here. Not a great corner for it, and rotates the car.
Yeah, that corner sucks in the dry, let alone in the wet.
Yeah, so we do have a replay for them right now. They're fighting it off. Emo gets the inside for turn 1 on Nick, and this time Nick is going to try. He's going to back off. Yeah,
he backs out halfway between 1 and 2.
Knowing Nick, he's a pretty safe driver and knows just to try and continue and finish the race for the points.
He now has Lukey in his mirror.
Yeah.
So he
Lukey
gets,
has joined this battle, so I'm sure Lukey's like, thank you very much, y'all. I appreciate it.
Lukey's going to look on the inside. They're going to go side by side through turn 3, but they don't touch, so that was really good there. It looked like a little drift from both. At the same time, Lukey goes through.
Yeah, Lukey's pace right now is absolutely insane, to be honest. His best of the session so far is a 50.34. That is currently second fastest in the silver split, Bruno Casaldini with a 50 flat that he just put in. And then Mark Robeson with a 50.367, so just slightly slower than Lukey. So Lukey has a pace, he's just trying to work his way back up.
And Luke, you know, Lukey's sights need to be set on, he doesn't need to get past Bruno necessarily, but if he can get close enough, you know, there should likely a penalty coming for Bruno.
Yeah, it's a likely multiple car situation here. So what is that, 10 seconds, 15, something like that?
15 or 30, yeah.
I think 15. So, you know, things to think about that you don't really think about.
Yeah,
Exactly,
and it's probably best we mention it. We don't really show those during these races because we do the reviews post race, so the standings at the end is not always what it actually is after reviews are done, and everybody gets their bad boy points, their naughty points. And last week was pretty naughty, I gotta say.
Yeah, Bruno at the moment is just kind of cruising, leading Silver by 3 seconds over Robertson, give or take a couple of tenths. Robertson also in the AMG, so be interesting to see how, if Mark can reel Bruno in.
There might be something
Rados
different.
did pull in 3/10 onto Jody last lap, so slowly but surely reeling in that gap.
Yeah, so it looks like Joby has backed off on trying to have the pace. He has been 4/10 slower than Danny on the last lap as well. I wonder if it's he's starting to slide around a little bit, or if the Honda's getting to him, or if he's just getting tired.
Have a look at Jose Guzman. Obviously had a really good quali. He's now within half a second of Carl Big and closing. So Jose's in a recovery drive after making an error at turn 1, missing his brakes and going off track. He's worked his way back up to P6, and yeah, now he's got Carl Big right in front of him. So
yeah, in the back of Carl's car, also not looking very good as he slides around there.
What a drift. The Ferrari does not look great in the wet. I gotta be honest, it really doesn't.
Well, he also has that rear damage as well.
He does. Jose has a run on him now down the straight. Carl's going to take the inside line and not make it easy. You love to see it. And they're going to go side by side into turn 1. Jose may have a run out, or
Jose's going to back out just a little bit, and Carl is just going to keep the spot for now. That was some exciting racing. I love to see it.
I think you started to see the Porsche maybe lose the rear end just a touch, and he corrected, and obviously that it meant he had to tuck in behind. So
yeah, from Blackout Garage, I can totally hear that. I can see him right now just puckered up. Maybe a few diamonds are coming out.
No kidding.
Yeah.
No kidding. Yeah, that was
a moment. That was 100% a moment. And currently, this is still the closest battle on track right now. Everybody kind of spreading out a little bit. We do have Matt Melanson still close to Michael Lukey, so Lukey not really pulling a gap on Matt Melanson. It looks like Matt has. Although, never mind. Michael was 3 seconds quicker on the last lap, so this is a recent pass. I'm sorry for that. So Michael is starting to close up on Chemo, and we know that he has the pace. He did. He was P1 for quali.
Yep.
So
he was P1 in the quali. Had that contact early on. Really good recovery drive so far, honestly, for Lukey.
Yeah, good recovery drive so far for Lukey, and yeah.
Looks like Chemo had it short off, so now that gap is down. Lukey smells blood.
Lukey smells blood. He's now just almost going into the main straight. Carl's car, as you said, does not feel good with the rear, maybe, but he's still defending that in turn 1. Actually, he's going to go back to the main racing line, and Jose is going to slot back behind. So far, this battle is going to continue on. We'll see Was that Flash? Oh. I love flashing.
Doesn't he
Anymore.
know that Carl is immune? He's raced against you. Like,
Yeah, Carl is immune. I don't know if that was a flash or if it was just the Unreal Engine shine.
I think it's just a reflection, maybe.
Oh. I'm gonna
Ferris
assume
is
it was a flash and
Yeah,
say I'm proud of you for that.
Ferris just is like, just sees them everywhere he goes.
Yes. A
Yeah,
favorite.
it's a good battle going on now. So, yeah, Carl with that damage, doing his best to keep 5th place for now.
Yeah, and Carlos
And
Guzman is
final
not all
battle.
that far behind either. He's just 3 seconds behind this battle. It looks like he's been catching up slowly as well. His last lap is a second quicker. So he might have gotten to grips with that Aston and is starting to make some headway.
Indeed,
This
yeah,
battle might
Lukey and
become a
Chemo,
three-way.
as you said, you guys pointed out Lukey's recovery going well. Obviously, these two are very close in the standings together, so Chemo will not be looking to make this easy for Lukey at all. Bruno
Oh, he's just that much
Casaldini
closer.
leading Silver. He has a 6.8 second lead over Mark Robertson. So Bruno comfortable out here in the wet in Spain.
Yeah, and I gotta say, it looks like Chemo is driving in his mirrors. He's been not taking the cleanest lines through most of the track. I've seen with Michael Lukey being so close behind him, and also did want. I was about to switch to Jose Guzman, who's that much closer to Carl Big. He was about 2/10 going down into turn 1.
And small update up front. So Danny Bison still holding a 3-second gap to Joby. Andrew Rados, though, gained 5/10 on Joby last lap. That gap is now down to 2.8, was 2.6 or so.
Yeah.
So yeah, Rados slowly reeling him in. It's gonna see how Rados feels fighting against the Honda while in a Porsche. His
Yeah,
mistress has returned.
Yeah, Joby did have an off last lap around as well, so 4/10 slower than all the other drivers, like you've said, and it is an invalid lap. I'm actually wondering if any of the drivers are getting warnings in the wet here, because otherwise we would be seeing some DTs. They always hate to see, but they're always just a big oopsie on these tracks. Is it me or is Michael Lukey's car like just lagging a little bit? I see it kind of jittering around while he's turning.
It's okay to me.
Like little pop,
Oh, I see it a little bit.
tiny
maybe a
bit, right?
fraction.
Okay, I thought it was just me, and I was just not on enough sleep. And right as I switch, I was about to switch to Carl Big. I see the gap down to 0. So Carl is into the pits.
Yeah.
Jose is released. I wonder if Carl is gonna repair that damage. Maybe it's a bit too
Yeah,
much for
let's
him.
keep an eye on his pit timer, I guess, because it will be interesting to know.
Ooh, Michael Lukey also goes into the pits. Their 2 closest fights on track have now kind of vanished with pit entry, but it's not over yet. Joseph German is closing up on Nick Kohout. Kohout was sliding all over the place there. I think his tires are hot. He
Ryan
did go
Cody
off the line.
Within 2/10 of Brunner right now in that AMG. Both these guys have pit already, as has Moffat. They got Jose Guzman right behind them as well. Jose will not want to get stuck here, but this is 2 silver drivers fighting. They've both hit early.
Oh, and
it's
Jose has the
AMG versus
speed.
Lambo.
This might be actually why Carl Big has gone into the pits. He might be
Maybe.
thinking that I don't want to deal with trying to pass back markers in a
Back markers who
twisty.
are battling for position
Yeah.
as well.
Probably
So-
the best thing that Carl has done, because Jose now might not have enough of a run. He does. Oh. Looks like,
Blimey, that was close.
yeah, that really was.
And
Still not out of the clear yet, though. He's still not having great. Oh, Michael Lukey.
Ooh, that is not going to be good for Michael, and he's parking it.
what happened? Dry tires?
No, stop and go
No.
30 looks like speeding in the pit lane, and that is gonna be a
Yeah, I
rough
saw
time
him
for
hit
Michael.
the, yep, and he's gone.
Oh, Jose wildly behind. Bruno
So
here.
update with Carl Big. His stop was 33 seconds, so my guess is he at least did the damage, if not also took tires.
8
Not
seconds
sure
of
on that part,
damage,
but
maybe if he didn't take tires, but then, yeah, I don't know. I feel like he would have had a little more damage than that, but who knows?
yeah, not sure.
Jose does get past Bruno. That was stressful to watch.
Yeah, I did see a little flash there for Brenner. I don't know if he wasn't too happy with them or what, but now the fight is on with him and Ryan Cody. He's Brenner's not too.
All right, so I am.
At least their fight continues.
Yeah.
It is possible that this will still be close coming out of the pits between Carl and Jose. Last lap, Jose did a 51.2. His best is a 49.7. So definitely lost some time from Will and Ryan. You know, Carl got to avoid that. So it might have offset. I think it was a really good call by Carl here.
Yeah, probably the best thing to do right now. We also see Carlos Guzman, who's about to catch up to the same pack here. Ryan is like, he's not defending it at all, as you should. And Carlos has decided to go in for the send, and that's now going to be, it's going to be a contact between him and Will.
We have Kahoot, Simile, German, and Miller all in the pits now, so the pit stop's starting to come thick and fast.
So Danny Bison flashing some back markers here. Nick Kohout actually.
That is Nick Kohout, who's just come out of the pits. Yeah.
Will Brunner off track again.
Yeah, I think Danny just knows that Joby has pace. You know what I mean? So he does not want that gap to reappear. But he's got a 4.8 second lead. So
yeah,
movement going on in pit lane.
Deep.
P1 in silver, Bruno Casaldini has gone into the pits. Jose Guzman and Gerardo's also have gone into the pits. So we are now looking at the possible position swaps, or see how close it is between Carl and Jose.
It was a very over-under, as Chris pointed out in chat there, when Danny went really deep into the recce zone and then pulls it back around. But
I know Nick does not fight blue flags, but when the over-under presents itself to you, it's always fun to do.
Absolutely.
Also, there's no reason to completely park it.
Jose Guzman
Carl
leaving
Big coming out of the
box.
penultimate corner here. As he comes around the final corner, Jose is already up and moving.
Yeah, Jose's gonna.
He's kind of a nice gap here.
He does.
But I think Carl can run him down now that he will. Oh, and stop go 30 for Jose Guzman.
Oh no!
Speeding, another Porsche gets a stop go 30. Oh boy.
Oh, that is gonna destroy Jose's race, and we have. With that, thank you very much for the 5 gifted sub Track Limits Racing. I love you.
Joby going into the pits.
Oh, and now Jose going for the major drift. I just got my eyes on him still. I happen to have my cam still on him. Drifting around turn 3.
I was looking to make sure that the pit marker was still there. It's still there on entry. I know Lukey.
I mean, Nick is not in the race today.
Unintentionally hit the pit exit sign.
Nicholas is not in the race. Repaying for the favor for borrowing Chris. Thank you very much. You can borrow Chris all you want. I give Chris away for the low price of 2 biscuits.
Oh. Joby, Carlos Guzman, Jaden Jenkins, and Chemo all into the pits on this lap. So again, the field is boxing.
The field is boxing, yes, and hopefully not another stop and go 30. I mean, 2 already in 2 Porsches. Somebody's not practiced their pit entrances. Actually, I think I've seen Jose try it earlier.
So Danny Bison working another back marker here, getting past Will Brunner here on the back straight. So far, so good.
Jose
Apparently,
is coming in
Danny
to
Bison,
do his...
Mark, and Vince as the only ones that have yet to pit.
Yes, and now we do have a new fight that has started. Joby and Andrew Rados after the pits. Joby is only 0.3 ahead of Andrew Rados.
Yeah, Rados.
And that must have been traffic because it was only a 1 second stop difference for Joby and Rados and identical overall pit. So that was all out laps and in laps.
Out laps, in laps, maybe the lift as well. I know the lift can cost a couple of seconds.
Yep, that as well.
If you don't get it right. But yeah, Jose has come in to serve his stop go 30, so he's sitting in his pit box now. And,
he might still have enough time to get out in front of Joseph German. It looks like with all the.
What happened to
maybe
Bruno?
not. What did happen to Bruno?
Bruno Castaldini is now 12th and and P6 in silver. So Bruno's.
He had a 47-second pit stop.
Did he repair the damage then from when he clipped Lukey? Maybe.
That's a lot of damage.
So,
yeah, I mean ACC though. You never know.
He barely touched him.
I mean, it's not iRacing. 10 minutes of damage just for looking at another car.
He had such a comfortable lead on the silver pad.
Flash Ferris, thank you very much for the sub, Jaden. Now I need some flashes.
4/10 away, 3/4 away from Nick Cahoot, and yeah, he
wow,
into
very nice.
The pits, so that's only one more silver to go, and that's Harbottle.
So Harbottle's still staying out, and Danny Byston going for the long run in the rain. I did hear him mention earlier in the event voice chat that he usually plans to go very long on wet races.
So heavy fuel and one set of tires. Yeah.
Just to make sure conditions don't change, and if the track starts drying up, then you have a better chance of adjusting your tires. I think that's a very good.
We're still in heavy rain for the next 30 minutes, so it's definitely just going to get wetter and wetter.
Yeah, but we do see that is. I mean, I don't know if Nick Kohau is going on the inside line there to cool his tires or to defend. It doesn't look like Castaldini has enough of a run to do anything there, but Nick is really just on that inside line, all the way up against the wall.
There, who's no, who's that in front of him there?
That is Will Brenner.
Ah, that's Brenner.
Yeah, so he is a blue flag in this case. Castaldini is going to have the inside on Nick and is going to take the spot. Nick not really contesting all that much. They are trying to get around Will Brenner and
Brenner
Will makes it easy.
Let them through. Turn 3 there. Into turn 4. This corner to me might be the hardest on the track. This turn 4 is a downhill
hairpin,
left-hand hairpin. It's a very, very tricky corner.
Yeah. Oh, that S did not look clean there for Castaldini, and Nick is just getting back ahead or closer to him. Further up ahead, Rados and Joby still within 0.6 of each other. Joby's just keeping Rados far enough.
Harbottle into the pits.
Harbottle
that just leaves Danny.
Where is Danny on track? He has clean air right now. Nobody directly in front of him. The next car on track is number 36. That is Jalen Jenkins, who's just come out of the pit. And his fastest lap is about 1.5 seconds slower than Danny. So Danny is good to stay out on track still. And he is. I don't think he has any risk of somebody now coming out of the pits right in front of him, which is good. Harbottle will be dropping to, I believe, around the Nick and Castaldini fight after the pit. Never mind. He is out in P1. Is that P1? No, it's P2. Thank you, Kunos. So Mark Robeson back up to P1 after the initial lap 2 incident where that has left Michael Lukey spinning, and his quality was not all that great, but he's just managed to keep his head down, and this might be...
If Robeson can win here, this would be big for his points tally.
Yeah, he's currently leading by just a few points, and this is going to extend it so much more. Michael Lukey, who's currently third in the standings, is third or second. I totally know. He's second.
Yep.
I'm,
And then Chemo third.
yeah,
And
I
think
100%
Jenkins
know.
in fourth.
I'm so good at this, so professional.
I know Bruno's in there somewhere as well. I'd
Bruno's-
have to bring it back up. I shut that window down. Apologies.
Yeah, so Chemo, who's also in the top 3 right now in the standings for silver, is sitting in P7 in silver right now. After it looks like his Porsche is not looking too happy either, so trying to finish the race, get the points in, and on to the next. There's still 5 rounds to go after this, so it's not over yet.
So
Indeed.
Rado's really, Joby's giving him a run for his money. Joby has some really good pace here. Rados gets close and then loses some time really fighting this Porsche right now. And Honda is showing what Honda can do in the rain here. And yeah, really good battle going on here for P2 overall.
Yeah, really
Jalen.
good battle for P2 overall. I do want to say as well,
P2
Rados.
silver.
Rados is not that far behind Danny Bison in the points. Danny is only winning by 2 points currently in gold, and Joby being
Rados
between
will
him and
want to
Rados.
Rados will want to get past Joby if he can, just to keep that gap as close as he can. I was just looking at the battle for P2 in silver is also underway, with Jenkins half a second behind Harbottle.
Oh,
So
but this is so close. I'll get on to the silver battle, and we have side by side for both P2s, silver and gold. Love to see it.
yeah, Jenkins has closed that gap even more now. So yeah, both battles sitting at around 2-3 tenths, and exciting stuff.
Joby's not in the Discord to shit talk Rados. Joby is, I think I've seen him in his Discord, and he is on full focus mode right now. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah.
Further back in the field, Charlie King gets the pass done on Ricky Smiles. So he has moved up to P18 overall. It wasn't a in-class position, but does get the move done.
I love it. I love it.
Andrew Rados railing him back in again here.
Ooh, Joby
Kind of
is
seeing
three.
where the Porsche is exceeding over the Honda, but once you get into the later parts of Sector 2 and then into Sector 3, the Honda kind of like pulls some distance again so that he can't capitalize it on the straights.
Yeah, it looked like Jalen Jenkins as well. They really tried as well down into turn 1. He had the toe and he has the Porsche compared to the Ferrari. Harbottle didn't even do a defensive move there and just kept the position. So Jenkins really struggling to try and make the move on Harbottle. But this fight isn't over yet. Love to see it. Danny's getting that much closer to these two though now. I wonder if we're going to see Danny pit in to avoid having to fight his way through this fight.
I mean, you would.
It's probably the best
You
thing to
would
do.
think so.
These guys are fighting for P2 and silver.
We also have Bruno Casaldini, who obviously had that long pit stop and relinquished the lead in silver. He's now 2 tenths behind Moffat, trying to get back into the silver battle for a podium, but they're about 9 seconds behind Jenkins, so a lot of work to do in 18 minutes. Casaldini is making a move into the hairpin at the end of the straight, and he's going to go super deep, and Moffat will keep the position. So AMG rejoins behind him, and that will continue.
Yeah. Further up ahead, Jalen Jenkins and Harbottle still fighting. I would expect Danny to go into the pits now this round. This is probably the best thing to do, and he does decide to do exactly that.
Yeah.
I think this would be a really hard battle to try and split up.
Yeah, it's definitely the smart play.
Yes. Yeah,
And
so
now the Joby Rados battle has a backmarker alt here. Rick pulls off to the side as Joby makes the move on the inside.
And-
So both get away through nice and cleanly.
and
It
Jalen
does
gets the
allow
move
Rados to
done.
get caught again.
Yeah, Jenkins, whilst that was happening, Jenkins did get the move done. Ferris, you're right.
Yeah, we
He's
did have that
through.
on stream.
It's been going for a while, but Jenkins up into P2 in silver. So, yeah.
Yeah, so Jenkins has just swapped over to the Porsche. I believe he was in the McLaren last time around. Or sorry, last round has switched over to the Porsche. So he has received some adjustments in his points for the switch, but is now looking really strong in that Porsche, I gotta say.
Nice four-car battle going on further down the order. German right behind Kahoot, and then Chemo and Melanson all in. So Lambo, a Beamer, a Porsche, and a Bentley.
Yeah, oh, it looks like German really went wide and is gonna break
he's
on the
gonna
grass.
lose
Is sliding.
He's
And,
gonna
oh
he's
my
gonna
god!
collect Chemo as well. Oh, it's so unfortunate. That's twice in this race Chemo has been the victim of being collected.
Oh, nothing really that Chemo
It's
could
Binala.
do there. It is
No.
Binala, and he's just watching him. You can see him trying to avoid him, slowing down and everything. But oh, that sucks for Chemo, and it's just
The Rados Joby battle
oh.
is closed
Skin
up now
on
to around
skin.
2/10. Honda.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know. Is it on those same tires? Like, could it become more difficult to drive, Joey? Like, how does it feel? I know you said it feels good in the wet, but what about late in a stint?
I mean, so if you have your pressures dialed in
Not Lagunas.
in the wet, you should be fine. Like,
Okay.
The wet tires hold up really well compared to the dries for an hour stint. So unless you're Nick Alvarado and a baboon with your tires, should have no issues.
You should have the
Jaden,
pressures, yeah.
Jaden's redeemed an onboard with Rados, and they're just coming to the end of. I'll let you know when. He's
Yeah,
at the
I can
last
see
corner.
them.
Oh, you can see.
I
it.
can, if you want to keep with the battle, I can do it on my screen.
No,
here.
let's get the sound in. I'll get that on, and
Oh,
you get
yeah,
the bells
yeah.
in. I love the sound. So, as Joby comes around the final corner, Rados right behind him. Let's go passenger, and we have our replay as well.
If I have the Muff and Bruno battle here for you while that's
Nice.
So you can just see not much Rados can do there to try and stay with Joby. Although turn 2 is looking really good and is going to have the inside for the next one. Backs out just enough.
That was close.
That
Zero
was.
contact there, but well done to Rados to evade the back of that Honda.
And Bruno gets the move done here on Muff. See if Muff can keep up with this Merc.
Yeah, elsewhere all the gaps have kind of spread out apart from Muff there. Robertson has chased down Carlos Guzman. So P6 may be in the offing for him. But yeah, Rados and Joby
Ooh.
is...
And while we're watching that, Joby's there under braking, just almost losing the car. Is going to have to go side by side now.
I feel like it looks to me like it's getting a little trickier to drive with about 13 minutes to go here. It looks that way. Rados sniffing.
Rados is
That
really
was a big
sniffing,
sniff.
yeah.
No
and-
contact. That was a big sniff, though.
I'll tell you what, the Honda looks good coming out of the hairpin there. And that's where we've seen... Looks like Joby gets to pull away a little bit coming out of that hairpin. And then Rados closes the gap again elsewhere on track. So it's very back and forth battle, this one right now.
Yeah, I love it. But with that, Joby's just going to pull away just a little bit more. And yeah, unfortunately for him, not much that he's going to be able to do more. That was exciting. We'll get back on with them when they get back close again. Where they're now down to 9/10 away from each other after that fight from the last lap. That was a good lap to redeem the onboard for.
It was, yeah.
Yeah. Now back to further back in the field. So Mark Robeson, leading silver, is now catching up to Carlos Guzman. who's been having a quiet race, Carlos.
Carlos has, yeah, just been pulling along. P6 overall. I don't think he'll be too unhappy with that.
Yeah, Carl kind of struggling a little bit. I was expecting a little bit more from Carl, but it looks like the Ferrari might be just struggling a little bit, a bit too much here.
I just get the impression it's not great in the wet.
He looks he looks really slidey too.
Yeah.
Further back, Harbottle now catching up to Jalen Jenkins. Though this fight is not this fight is not over yet.
Yeah, Rados has lost another 3 or 4 tenths. So Rados having a couple of rough laps now. His last lap was a 52.3, so about half a second slower than Joby. And that's opened that gap back up. Joby is about to meet a back marker, I think, which is Charlie.
Yeah,
King.
that is Charlie King. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have Let's Go Castaldini in chat by Arlen. Castaldini, yeah, so he was leading silver, but with pending doom points. A little bit of a...
For whatever reason, after the pit cycle, his lead had completely vanished. So
yeah, so I'm not too sure what happened there.
Joey, you did look. He didn't run into any other issues, I don't think, right?
Not that I saw. So I think it was just must have been that much of
repairs
damage somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, the salad is not a battle. Yes. I actually don't even know what I started saying.
What if the battle is a salad?
If the battle is a salad,
it's always a battle.
And it's not too
whether,
bad.
Whether to eat a salad or not.
Just
That's
enough.
The battle in my house.
I love a good salad, man.
I know, but if you offered me a salad or a cheeseburger, I will always choose a cheeseburger.
What kind of salad would we talk? You can't just like.
I like a good Caesar.
I like
Carlos. Carlos goes a little skew at turn 1, and that's going to allow Robertson to go through and take P6 overall and put some separation between him and Jenkins.
Yep.
So
Carlos Guzman decided, I want to try out the SRO line.
we said it's our fault. We said Carlos had a quiet, uneventful race.
Yeah, right.
He instantly goes off at turn 1.
I do like a good tuna salad with corn and.
Yeah. See, Turner's on the same wavelength as me here. Like, add some lettuce and tomato to a burger, and technically it's a salad.
Yeah, I mean, yes.
Tomato, yeah. So we're in that little lull before the end. There's a couple of battles. Rados again has closed the gap to Savage.
He's just like wrapped in like 6/10 somehow.
Yeah, I do see that he has an invalid lap, though. I wonder if it was a bit of a chicane.
A tactical invalid.
Tactical track cut, maybe?
If it was, that's not allowed.
Kunos gives you 3 of them. Might as well use them.
No.
No.
How saturated?
I mean,
how saturated are the fans above the pit boxes that weren't given a roof by Kunos?
Do we want to check up on them? Here, let's check up on them real quick before we continue. Where are they?
I'm sure the canopies used to be there.
They have to, right? Like, there's no way we went 300 years of ACC without realizing.
We would have seen this before.
This guy's all doom and gloom right now, waiting, expecting Carl to do better.
That's because he's a Ferrari fan, not because he's wet.
Yeah. Also, put on a jacket. It's a bit cold and moist out there today.
I'm sure the canopies were there before. I'm almost positive. I'm gonna have to go look in at old New World Barcelona videos to check.
So
but
Muff had an off, and he is now down to P11. He had an off going into the final chicane.
Yeah, lots of red laps last time around, I gotta say. But Rados is so close right now to Joby. This might be the fight that is going to continue until the end of the race.
Whatever whatever adjustment he's made, I'm assuming he made an adjustment because he was losing time, and then maybe it's a brake bias, maybe it's TC, who knows?
I think he changed different bag of Cheetos that he's eating.
Different bag of Cheetos, a more powerful flavor.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
But then again, you see, look, Joby has that Honda looks really good out on corner exit. to me.
Something Radis would always say. B-Tech, baby.
Yeah, I guess so.
Getting a taste of his own medicine right now.
Wonderful shot of them coming down the straight.
Yeah.
And
Here, TV cam 1 looks the best
yeah,
for these close shots, but
lights are on. It's what time is it in game?
it is
It's only
1
1
p.m.
p.m.
Yeah, it looked a bit more duskier than that to me, but
Looks like a nice English day. What did you say, Milo?
yeah, I guess so. Yeah. To be honest, I live in British Columbia. It's not much different here either.
It has been that way here as well today. Actually, this last week, the weather here has been parkour. Joseph German
And Joseph German has an wall.
Oh yeah, Germans.
in the wall, the same
Horrendous
spot.
Barcelona race continues.
I tell you
Same
what, we're going
passes
from
him.
the busiest incidents we've had in a long time to one of the quietest.
Yeah,
We have like a dozen contacts right now.
I'm telling you, man,
Radus and Joby still
Every time.
going at it.
wet races, more of them.
Yeah. They say they don't like them,
Moisten
but
it
you know
up,
what?
baby.
It makes for good racing.
Always.
Melanson has his eyes on Chemo here as well.
You don't like them, Barrett?
Barrett doesn't like him.
Mhm.
Lukey does. Yeah, so Melanson 4/10 behind Chemo. Not for class position,
Oh,
but Melanson comfortably leading bronze class today, and that will.
I don't like him. I
Sure.
love him.
That will
Barrett says.
ensure that can we have the flooded Indy race again? Says Lukey. That is of course
That
the
was
race
a
that
race.
he won. Yeah.
Hey,
That was a race I am glad I wasn't a part of.
if we have flooded Indy again, I am driving.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
want that.
I did a drop round that week. I was driving that season, but I did a drop round. So, yeah, Rados just not able to get the move done. Is he setting something up? I'm not sure. We've got 5 minutes to go.
5 minutes to go. The battles are starting to happen again for P2 overall. Radis and Joby, these guys have been going at it now since the pit stop. And then Nick Hohout now is in danger of being attacked by Chemo. Chemo was dropped back from at the beginning of the race with the incident with Castelldini. Does he still have damage on his car? Joby rear end cam?
I'll work on it.
Yeah. Get you one of that. Ooh. You have a little wing cam, you know? Oh. Oh, we're getting the scoop.
We've got Chemo 3/10 behind Nick Cahoot, with obviously
you go.
Melanson right there as well. We don't have an Aussie in comms.
That's
You
awkward.
can call him one. It's all right.
Are you referring to me, by any chance?
Yeah, you're I mean, wait,
How
right?
dare you?
Oi, oi.
I'm English, but I've lived in Canada for 15 years, so my voice does weird things now.
Yeah. Ooh.
So if you put a British and a Canadian together, you get an Aussie? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Is your
England
hot
plus
take here, Milo?
Australia equals Canada. That's the formula.
That is the formula. Jose Guzman has had a contact with Ryan Cody, it looks like.
Oh.
And right as Danny
dang.
comes through this pack here. So Danny
He's
Bison.
out of his way as
Ooh.
well, yeah. We haven't talked about Danny for a while because he has a comfortable lead now. Yeah, so Danny Bison leading the race in the GTR. Godzilla dominating here in Barcelona.
I just want to see more of this livery. Danny, get into more fights.
It really is a great livery.
It really
Joby has, I don't know what happened with Rados, but
Oh.
the gap is down to back up to 1.3 seconds again. So
What was that?
I have found.
All right,
the
let's see what
incident.
happens.
You must hold the brakes. You must hold the brakes.
Oh, did he lose it?
You must hold the
Oh.
brake.
Oh, there's a sound clip for that.
That was a shit Ray Jordan.
Yep.
That one?
Yeah.
Or skin on skin.
Why am I so unlucky?
I mean, either work.
Am I so unlucky?
Yeah, we do have Chemo
was
make.
shit rejoin.
That was.
Chemo making the move on Nick Cahoot with 2 minutes to go, just under 2 minutes to go through turn 3. And that's going to allow Melanson as well to have a look, but Cahoot has the inside line at turn 4 and will hold on to the spot. So Chemo in recovery mode, got collected twice today, not really his fault. But yeah,
He
he's
gets the move
got
done. Yeah,
himself
so
up to
this is
P12.
this is for P6 in silver. Yes, P6 and silver. I can't count. My mind is
Robertson,
going blank.
by the way, Mark Robertson. We saw him take P6 when Carlos went wide. He never looked back. In fact, opened up a 3.5 second gap, and he's now 6 to 7 tenths behind Carl Big for P5 overall. So Mark with a chance, maybe. I mean, it is the last lap, so he's going to have to push it.
And
Will he
Carl's
go for it?
last lap was a whole second slower, and he is within that gap. It looks like Carl is maybe taking it easy and is struggling with that car.
Miller on Rick. This has championship standing
Side by
potential
side,
here.
yeah.
Side by side, yeah, into turn 1. Miller in that Aston will have the inside line. Rick leaves him the room.
Oh, it's just enough, and they are going to go side by side through turn 2 and 3. That's a slidey Rick.
It is a slightly
Yeah.
rip, but Miller goes through, and this does have what's the word I'm looking for?
Implications.
Implications?
That's the big word of the day.
Yeah.
Wait, who's on slicks?
Who's on slicks?
Huh?
Okay, your leader is on the final lap now. Give it all you
I
can.
mean, I was on slicks
Ricky's-
today.
Wait, Rick's on slicks?
Oh.
Oh
Oh,
my
oh,
goodness.
Oh, that is.
Wait, how's he kept the car on track this entire? Wait, what?
It was an oops from the pit stop.
Oh, that
okay.
sucks
my.
for Rick. And it looks like German
Would've
is
just pitted.
into the pits.
What a mad lap.
Oh, that sucks for Rick. So that is going to be the position lost then because of his pit crew. Who's hired Ferrari?
Robertson.
Classic
It
Ferrari.
was an oop
moments.
from the pit stop.
Robertson's still half a second back from Carl.
Yeah. I feel like Rick feels like
Thereabouts.
me. Oh, yeah. Carl's tires are probably overheating. Mark Robeson's as well. They both immediately went for the wet line. Probably just cool them down. And I've been seeing Mark Robeson also go on that line pretty often throughout the race. So
Yeah, there must be some type of line for, even though the track's still under wet conditions.
yeah, I wonder if
Yeah, I
they've
mean,
overpressured.
You can see a line of sorts for sure. Good track drainage here. in
Good track
Barcelona, I
drainage.
guess.
Do they have those little side tunnel thingies that they have at Kyalami that we're spending all of our CPU resources on?
Yeah, maybe.
And unfortunately for the last lap of
Yeah.
the race, so most of the battles for class positions are about gone, and Danny Bison comes around the final corner to take the win in Barcelona, in a moist Barcelona, and that is a
I mean, congrats to Danny. But
great
let's
race.
talk about Joby here. Fantastic drive for Joby Savage. He will take P2 overall with Rados right behind him in P3. Joby doing a stellar job to maintain and keep P2.
Yeah, I don't wanna also put Heesh or I want to also mention Heesh. He says had a pretty quiet race and a P4 overall for him. He's new to the community this season and has been making pretty good races. Love to see it. Love to see
Carl
it.
Big, an eventful race for Carl. Obviously got clipped early. He will come home P5. Robertson wins the silver split.
A great race there for Robosun. Jenkins gets P2 and Heartbottle ends up in P3. So at the end, these guys have swapped positions. Oh no, they did swap positions and Heartbottle was just close enough, but not enough to make the move. Melanson comes around the final few corners. He's in the third sector, is going to be winning the bronze split. And David Miller is a lap behind, but just crosses the line now. So to take P2, unfortunately for Rick on slicks, that sucks for him. You can really see he's struggling there on the final corner. Oh my God.
Miller is already loading Rocket League, by the way. You can't see it.
Is he
but he's
really?
already out the car and is loading Rocket League right now.
Well, he's going for that tournament.
I love it. I love it.
Love the dedication.
A great race for our race winners. For everybody, actually. This was a really fun race to watch today.
Yeah, indeed. Great stuff. Really, really great stuff. Good driving for the most part, and a small penalty review this week, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have the penalties in early this time. No promises.
Yeah, no problems.
Yeah. Usually that's just me being forgetful. So just tag me next time. But Danny Basin wins the race. Again, Joby almost putting enough pressure on him, but it looks like at the end he's been having to deal with Andrados a lot more than Danny Basin. So great race from them. Purple out for Danny as well to end the race. And that is going to be one pit lane donut. And Mark showing off their fantastic donuts.
Yep. You love to see it. That AMG, no snail about it today.
Macho donuts. Yes. Oh, cameraman is like... So that will be it for us today. Thank you guys very much for joining us. Come back in 2 weeks. We're taking a week off. And come back in 2 weeks for a warm Hungaroring.
Yeah.
I'm taking 2 weeks off.
We're gonna miss Milo here. Happy Mother's
guys
Day, yes. Go give your mamas a hug. Tell them you love them. And then come back to New Old Sim Racing for some more.
Be this hard.
Mm-hmm. Some more
Yeah.
racing.
Naughtiness.
Love to see it. To all the moms out there, call Chris. Nah. Well, thank you guys very much for joining. See you here next time.
See you later. Have a good one.
Bye.
Call me.